8 years after the UK voted to leave the EU, new border rules on food will come into force next week. By April, there will be physical checks at the UK's borders. ITV News can reveal that will mean the price of fruit and veg will rise. Our economics editor Joel Hills is here. It's all change. What more can you tell us?
It is, but you will recall, Nina, that the introduction of the extra paperwork and the inspections at the border for food and animal products imported from the EU to the UK were postponed 5 times by the government since the Trade and Cooperation Agreement was introduced post-Brexit 3 years ago. But the new rules are starting to bite. They were postponed, of course, precisely because they would push up prices and were going to be inflationary. The government didn't want to do that in the middle of COVID, in the middle of a cost of a living crisis. But the new rules will bite from January, and they are going to have real-world impacts. We've seen in recent weeks that flour growers, food producers have been warning this is going to affect the price, the availability, the choice, the shelf life of all sorts of produce. Now, yesterday, curiously, DEFRA unexpectedly updated its website and decided that fruit and vegetable consignments from the EU should be reclassified as medium risk. What that means in practice is from the end of October, apples, pears, plums, peaches, strawberries, blueberries, grapes, raspberries, tomato, you get the picture, carrots, sweet potatoes, many, many more, not bananas, don't ask me why, will require health certificates and will be subject now to potential border inspections. Now, the Fresh Produce Consortium says this decision will add about £200 million to the cost of importing from the EU, which will be passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices, and it says some of its members are going to struggle.
The businesses which will be hardest hit will be your local businesses, your local wholesaler, who offers that great quality service to your local cafe, your local restaurant, your hotel, your school and your hospital. They are the businesses that are the backbone of our industry that represent around about 40% of our fruit and vegetable sales in the UK.
Nearly half of everything we eat, Nina, in the UK is imported. About 2/3 of that is imported from the EU. So these rules do matter. Now, the government is not challenging the fact that the rules will be inflationary, and it's not challenging the £200 million figure either. It has said in a statement this lunchtime that DEFRA attempts to design the best border system in the world, that the new rules are absolutely key for biosecurity, for protecting consumers, that it will continue to work with businesses to ensure that there are no unnecessary burdens. This is a risk-based system. It's designed to keep costs down, keep traffic flowing, but people think the balance is wrong.